Hey, y'all. Hey. Welcome back to another episode of Sipping with Sheer Magic. Tonight, I got some exciting people on with me that are coming on. I hope you guys are coming in and joining us. And I hope y'all are sipping on something. Make sure that y'all got something that y'all are sipping on. This is an interaction conversation. So feel free to drop in the comments in the chat anything that you want to do. Feel free to jump in because we're about to have some fun tonight, all right? So I am about to add my accountability partners, my BK accountability partners to this live, y'all. Hey, sis.
Hey,
Hey, sis.
Hey, how
hey,
you doing?
ladies.
Sis. How y'all
Hey,
doing?
everybody, candy coated.
I know.
Oh,
Candy
Y'all
coated.
ladies are beautiful.
Look, let me turn my thing down.
mm-hmm.
I got on sweet brownie. What do y'all have on?
I'll go
I have
first.
a pretty. Go
I'm sorry,
ahead,
go ahead. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
No, go
Latanya.
ahead. Okay,
Oh,
so I have pretty powerful, authentic. What you got on Zasha?
pretty powerful and hint of attitude.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Mhm. Oh, we
Tamika,
got
what
some
you got
guests, y'all.
on? Hey, Miss Scott. She said, "Hey, beautiful sisters. Hello. Thanks for
Hello.
joining us.
My hair feel like it's out of place.
We are
And I
about
Tamika,
to."
win
we can't
candy
hear
coat
you.
candy claws. You can't hear
Oh,
me. Oh no.
I can
Now,
hear you now.
Oh, I said I'm wearing candy claws and a hint of attitude.
that's
Okay.
cute. Ladanya, what you wearing?
Pretty powerful. The
Pretty
authentic. Pretty
powerful.
powerful right here.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's Shatan. Hey, Shatan.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I know
Thanks
Shatan.
that's
for joining us. Hey, Mike. How are you? Thanks for joining us. I am on with my APs and we are about to get to talking. Ladies, what are y'all sipping on?
I just had some soda, a little
I got my
Pepsi,
vodka
my
over here as
favorite.
always.
Mm.
So this right here, my cup of
And
joy
I'm
is
in
oh, what Tamika say?
What Tamika say?
route, so I'm not sipping.
Oh,
Oh,
she
she
not
driving, so she not sipping.
Oh,
okay. So
okay. You got some
I'm gonna
water,
sip
some
for
juice.
Tamika.
Okay.
664.
So in this cup of joy, I got a cranberry mimosa mixed up with some Stella Black and rum and cranberry juice and all that. So that's what I'm sipping on.
That sounds
That sounds
good.
really good.
I know.
Ice cold. That sounds real
Making
refreshing.
your own drinks,
Mm-hmm.
mixologists. Look, mixing it up, mixing it up.
The Vicky
Right.
bartender.
We got one more AP. We're trying to get her on with us before we get started. How's everybody doing? Drop in the chat and let us know what you are sipping on and how your day is. How was everybody's holiday?
It's good. Mine was good.
Yours was good.
No complaints. Yep, no complaints. It was great.
Good food and family.
I know that's right. Yes. Mine was good too. It was so good to see my family and loved ones. And we was playing games and just being silly and eating, drinking, of course, just having a good old time. I love this time of year just so I can be around my family, everybody, coming to town and stuff like that. So how was yours, LaDanya? You said it was good.
It was great. I had my children over, my adult children, and some
Hmm.
friends, and you know, it's all about sharing and caring. You know, you have to definitely around this time of the year to enjoy your family and friends.
And y'all got
Hmm.
to
Yeah,
be with them
that's very true.
grandbabies. All them cute
Right.
grandbabies I saw all over the place.
Mm.
How many grandbabies you got tonight? Okay, well, let me, before I get started and stuff, okay, so we're going to wait on Atisha so she can do her introduction
She is.
last. Yeah, I was trying to see where she was. Okay, so let me just go and then you guys can introduce yourself, how long you've been a BK consultant, and the hats that you wear um, as a queen.
Okay, just call us up when you're ready.
Okay, LaDon, you can go first.
Uh oh. All right then. You say you always gotta stay ready, right?
Right.
So,
So you want to stay
hello
popular.
everyone. I am
Tanja,
Ladanya,
her wine cooler.
I love that.
aka Lady D. I have been a bedroom candy consultant almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years, January the 7th. Um, I am first a woman, first, a black woman, black brown woman. I'm a wife. I am a mom. I am a grandma. And today's my grandson's 7th birthday. So yeah, so happy birthday
Birthday!
to my grandson Josiah, who is the love of my life. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me.
Happy birthday. Did you say that you a CAC member?
Oh, yes. Let me just say that. Let me. Oh,
Hey,
yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you for holding
Let's
me
not forget that
accountable.
you said
part.
that
Yeah,
you
because
was a CAC
I'm not
member?
diminishing. I'm not diminishing any title. Yes, I am a newly CAC member, which is a consultant advisory committee, bedroom
Ooh.
candy. So partially part of leadership. So I appreciate that title. So yes, thank you for holding me accountable for that.
Yes, absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tasha, let us know a little bit about you, where you from, and your titles.
I am from New Jersey. I live
Hmm.
in Absecon. I am a mother of four beautiful daughters and a grandmother of 1 year old twins.
Oh,
Well,
yay.
being a grandmother is a different type of love, Ladanya, so I know how you feel about that. I have been I don't want to say recent widow, newly widow, I don't know how to word that, but for a little over a year. So I'm adjusting to life, but my grandchildren have made that a little bit better.
Hmm.
And I've been a bedroom candy consultant for 3 years. I think,
Okay,
yeah, 3 years.
3 years. That's cool. Tamika, you want to go next?
So I am from Brooklyn, New York. I am a beautiful black queen, and I am now in
Hmm.
Charlotte. I am the team leader of BK Sensations. Um, I am also the founder of Circle of Champions, and where we celebrate people with different causes, whether it's a disease such as cancer. I created it because my mom passed with multiple myeloma, and sometimes, especially in the African American community, we wait till people die to celebrate them, but we want to celebrate people that are living with different challenges and causes and are still pushing and taking care of families and taking care of themselves, as well as I have a charm business, 123 Charm, and I just started taking my notary classes. And
Oh,
I am
wow.
AP,
Yeah.
I am single one of the group with these beautiful APs.
I love it. I think Atisha dropped out, but I think she'll come back in and we'll add her. So I will go next. I have three different businesses. Independent bedroom candy consultant. I have been a consultant for going on 4 years now. I'm also an independent paparazzi consultant with jewelry, and I have my own T-shirt and crafting business that I started during the pandemic. When we first got our stimulus check, I was like off
Mhm.
8 weeks for my job. And I was like, we got that first stimulus check. I took half of that stimulus check and invested in a t-shirt business. I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen with my income, but I need to make sure that I'm taken care of. So I started a t-shirt and crafting business. And of course, I have my YouTube channel. So I appreciate y'all for joining me and coming on and talking about entrepreneurship. And I have a question for everybody. I was trying to see if Atisha jumped back on. We'll make sure we get hers. So one of the questions I want to ask is, how do you balance being an entrepreneur on everyday life? And then anybody can start, like, however you want to start, like, me being single and doing different things and stuff, Tamika being single. How do you balance being an entrepreneur, um, just everyday life?
Well, I'm gonna say, as me being single, um, me balancing it. I mean, right now is fine. One of the things that is bothering me is because because of the fact people see us with bedroom candy. I always get guys in the DM. I get people sending me pictures of their penises, and I'm like, you need to separate my business from who I am. But as far as just going out doing things, it's fine because I don't have to answer to anyone, or I don't have to be like, babe, can I, would you, and stuff like that. Sometimes before, when I was in a relationship, I have to be like, well, I want to go away for 4 days and 5 days, and sometimes it was a conflict.
Right. That makes sense. I get a lot of those too in my DMs and stuff, and people be like, "Well, I want to place a big order, but I want you to come over and demo things." I'm like, "We're not doing that one. We're not." I mean, they just jump in because they know that we're bedroom candy consultants and we have toys and different things like that. But it's like some of the DMs, it's
Kind of
just really.
people?
What'd you say, Tasha?
What kind of people?
They just be
Like
all up
that.
in there, like they be raunchy. They really do be raunchy. And you know what? I answer
Right.
everybody's DMs because you never know if it's a potential customer or if it's going to be, your business partner or anything like that. So I always answer everybody's DMs. But some people's DMs, they be off the chain. I'll be like, man, bye, deuces. Like, no, I'm not like that. You can move on, move around. What about you, Tasha?
Um, I'm just trying to get back in the swing of things of getting my business started again after
Hmm.
losing my husband, who did a lot of my vendor events with me. Because when I became a consultant, I started doing vendor events.
Hmm.
So he did whenever I had to travel. He traveled with me. We did our vendor events together.
That's
So it
good.
took me a little bit to get started again. I'm still trying to do that. I know because he was one of my biggest cheerleaders when I started the business. I
Hmm.
know that he wouldn't want me to give up.
Right.
So I'm trying to do that, to keep
Yeah.
going and
And that's
venture out.
important too, to have support with your business.
Yeah, it was because I would be out there and I ain't even gonna lie, I was sitting at the table sometimes I wouldn't even be talking to people and he'd be trying to sell stuff and didn't know what he was talking about. But he was doing it. I was like, "What did you just say to that lady?" He's like, "I don't know. You ain't say nothing." So I mean, he tried. So I had to be like, "Listen, I gotta start opening my mouth now because I don't know what he's saying to people.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what he just told that
If
lady. He
we
might
out
have,
here,
I don't
can
know.
work? Let's work.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Join the
He was big on
team.
that. When he was on hospice, I always had him with the BK euros, and he was like, "My wife's selling. She saw them dildos for candy." Yeah, I'm like, "That's not all we." Oh my god! I walking in, the nurses is like, "Your husband said you sell dildos for candy." I'm like,
But he
"You
was
got
pushing
that from
it
the
for
bath soap
people.
that you just washed him with? What the hell?" But
He
anyway, I
was
love the
making sure
business,
people
but
knew. No, that was good. Yeah. That's too funny. I like that. Lasagna, it's on you next.
Okay, so how being married and balancing entrepreneurship, it's a little busy for me because not only am I an entrepreneur, I'm a manager position in the government for DC where I live, as well
Mhm.
as I'm a consultant. I do billing as well, so I got like three jobs outside of like wife, grandma, and mother. So how I balanced it is I was actually coached by my mentor before I joined the business. And so she made me figure out how was I going to balance out all of these different things, and understanding the priority and knowing that you can't be all those things at one time. So you have to shut one thing off or shut other things off and focus on different things at one time. Although we as women can multitask,
Right.
sometimes it's best to learn what's your niche. Some people can do two things at a time, but sometimes for me, um, it's like focusing on different things at one time. However, I'm a night owl, so I do a lot of things at night, late at night on my phone, doing things, text messages and stuff. So I felt like me balancing it was great from being mentored and coached, because I didn't know what entrepreneurship looked like to me. But I just knew that it was just something that I wanted to do. I wanted some extra money. And so that's how, I did this. So it's a lot, but it takes consistency and commitment to balance being an entrepreneur.
Right. Because it's a
definitely.
lot. Let me check on the chat. So she said Seagram's Escape Wine Cooler. Yes, ma'am, Tasha. I love that support. Yeah. Hey, official Jamia, how are you? We're talking about entrepreneurship. These are my APs. I think Tasha dropped off. So for me, I'm single. So I'm able to jump on calls. I'm able to jump on I have a full-time job. I've been on my job for 27 years. And so I'm able to jump on the calls and do different things and stuff like that with being single. And I talked about, the different hats that I carry. But like you said, LaDon, you have a lot going on because you have, kids and family and stuff like that. And then Tasha, you got grandbabies and different things like that. And so it does get hard sometimes with trying to balance and make sure that everything is okay. But at the end of the day, we have to make sure that we can take care of us and make sure that we're good at the end. Because like they say, you can't pour into an empty cup.
Right.
So my next question is, what's the most challenging part of being an entrepreneur? Oh, there she goes.
I'll go first.
Okay.
So one of the most one so some of the most challenging thing is, as a married woman, sometimes letting the family and spouse understand that this is not to replace you. This
Yeah.
is something that you're going to reap the benefits from what I'm doing. And as Tasha talked about with like bedroom candy, there's men products that my husband can utilize. There are adult sex toys that sex life can be enhanced by that. So just letting the family know that this is not going to replace you. However, this is something that I'm doing for myself and I'm making time for. So I feel like it's best to utilize a calendar so you can know that, okay, I'm busy on this day or I have to do this. So the challenges are like sometimes prioritizing different things and learning to, if you're not an organized person, become organized or live off a schedule or something. So those are some of the challenges, letting your family know that if you're married or you just have a family, that sometimes this is priority. This is my job too. Even though I'm being an entrepreneur and I'm a business owner, this is my job as well. If I don't work, I don't get paid. This is extra
Right.
money. Yeah, that's one of the biggest challenges. And so
Mm-hmm. Let me see what Shatan said. Yes, Lanaya, that is so true. Getting the family to know that we are still here for them too, and set aside time for business and for them as well. Yes, and Miss Chambers always talk about including your family with your business. Like you want this for Christmas. Okay, Mama got to get on this call so I can make some money to get you this PS5 for Christmas. So yes, that is totally important. Tasha, oh, okay. I think did you go or was it Tamika?
No, I didn't.
Okay, it's on you, Tasha.
Being consistent for me has been a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's one of my biggest challenges is being consistent.
Okay,
I mean, I don't have, yeah, I'm not going to, that's my biggest challenge is being consistent
being consistent. Yeah.
because consistency pays off in business. I've learned that on every single call. It's just that sometimes I'm easily distracted. I ain't even going to lie to anybody.
Right.
So consistency is my biggest challenge. I'm
Mm-hmm.
working on it though. I'm working on it. 2024 is going to be better.
Right. And the fact, like that that's your thing and stuff. So, you know that you have to do something different if you want to do something different and change it up and everything. Because I like being consistent. Sometimes I am thrown off as well, and then I'll be putting stuff on the calendar and I'll try to mark it down real quick, and then later I'm like, what was that for? 7 o'clock call for who? And I'll start texting people like, we got a 7 o'clock call, because I'm like, I forgot who it was for. But I do love staying consistent in everything that I do with my business and stuff. So, Tamika, are you able to unmute or you want us to go to the next question? I don't know if she's able to unmute. Okay, so let's get on to the next question. Okay, that goes back to what I was saying about including your family and different things like that. So was there ever a time in y'all's BK business or with your where you just say, you know what, whether it was, and I'll answer that too, whether it was like low sales or different things was going different, or something was not right, you was trying to peak, and then people said they're gonna join, then they didn't want to join. Was there ever a time we just say, you know what, I'm done with this, I can't do BK no more, I'm throwing in the towel, it's enough for me, it's a wrap?
Child, every other month. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I ain't even gonna pretend like it. Every couple months I say that, but then I still stay on the calls, which I know is important. And then you hear something on the call and you're like, all right, I ain't gonna give up. Or
Right.
you talk to somebody on just a text message or a call or something, you be like, all right, I'm a stick in there. But yeah, every couple months I'd be like, man, forget this. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Yeah, every couple months I'm like, man,
But
not
you
today. Get somebody else to do it.
everything, though. Get somebody else to do it.
Yeah,
What about you, LaTanya? Tasha said I ain't even about to do all that.
So for me, I've only been in the business almost 2 years, so I haven't had that feeling because I don't sometimes look at it as a business because I
Right.
like talking about sex all the time. And then besides the like adult sex products, we have some of the best soft line products ever.
Yeah.
So
yes, like
I mean, yeah. So like I don't look at what some things I don't do is I don't peak all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't peak. I don't peak whereas I'm calling people. I have a list. I've learned that. But what I do is I tell people about the business. That's a peak. Or I'm showing people like a velvet or butter them up or you know hot cake or something. So I'm peaking, but I'm doing it in my own way. But I'm not doing it the way that they've been teaching us. So I don't. Sometimes I'll say, okay, I'm gonna do 10 peaks. I probably did 20, but I didn't count.
Yeah.
So because I'm not looking at it the way that we were taught. So I don't want to get to that point where I want to give up because I'm too
Yeah.
competitive. Like I'm very competitive. Was you on that call last night on that team?
we were.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm very competitive.
And in your defense, I
you
did
was
see your name first.
Like, no, Randa was not
Yeah.
number one.
I did see her name first, though. I did.
Yeah, I said me, right?
I was cracking up. I was rolling.
I kept hitting the unmute, like unmute me. Even though I felt like okay, it's fine. I love Randa, so I was like okay at the end. But you're gonna see my competitiveness.
I didn't feel no shade at all in the whole thing. I didn't feel no shade. It was funny how when before the thing was going in, and then Frida said, "Okay, LaDanya, you can unmute." You like, no, I should have been unmuted. Like,
yeah, let the record reflect.
I was cracking up.
First.
Let the record show.
Yeah. So yeah, but I don't want to feel that way, but it's okay to acknowledge if you do, because you had a life-changing event, Tasha. So things like that happen. You have to adjust, and so don't be ashamed of that. Like, sometimes people don't want to be parents or married or nothing, and it's okay to say that, acknowledge that, but wake up and figure it out. And even though you get on the calls and you don't want to do it, that means you're trying. So
because you're still showing up. Shatan said she said I was laughing too because she was dead serious.
I was dead serious. Y'all should have seen my face. Lucky you ain't see my face, Shatan. Had she seen my face, she would have been like, "Oh my God."
I'm trying to get my headphones together, y'all.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, I was first. Like I like you, but no, that wasn't me."
And I was like, "Oh," and she googling it. She don't know that. Like I'm competitive like that, and she probably did know.
Somebody else was in the chat saying that too. Like, how she come up with
Anisha and LaDanya was like, she googling it. Get off of Google.
But she probably knew it. Randa's Trinidadian, so she's smart. You know what I'm saying? Right. So she probably knew it, but I was competitive. I was like, funny. It was me. Because I probably would have been Googling. So yeah.
cracking up.
I know I probably would have. I'd be like, wait a minute, I don't know a whole bunch about Kwanzaa, which is bad because I should know more. But I was like, I don't know. Tamika, can you unmute or you want to wait for a minute?
She says she's doing something with her phone.
She's
So.
trying, yeah,
Okay,
she's trying
with
to
her
get her
phone.
phone.
Okay, yeah, but that was funny because I was like, Lady D is gonna be like, no, I was first because I did see your name go up, and when they
I
said who's
did
gonna do it, you said
twice.
me. I was like, she was like, really?
And you notice Frida ain't pay me no mind. Frida know I'm competitive, so I always be trying to win stuff. So
Are
That
are
was
you
so
going to
good.
the
yeah, and see
retreat?
that's how God works. He's probably like, sit yourself down. You already going to California. You don't need to
Uh,
win nothing. So you know what I'm
Mm.
saying. So God worked it out
But
anyway.
that ain't the point. It's the principle of it that you was first.
True. I said it, but at the end of the day,
Mhm.
it wasn't my blessing to get, So, I let her get her blessing. But
yeah.
sometimes I gotta learn how to shut up because God be saying, listen, it ain't for you. You
Mhm.
want it, but everything for you want ain't for you,
Mhm.
so
And like you said, you already got your ticket and stuff, and so she didn't have hers, so that's a blessing. Just
yeah.
look at it this way, like you paid it for it, like you blessed her, with a ticket to get to retreat.
Oh, that's a nice way to look at it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
text her afterwards. I said, boo, it's no harm. She said, I know. I said, I still love you, but I was
Yeah,
first.
but I was still first.
Let the record show.
Let the workers
Mm,
show. So
right.
speaking of that, we're gonna jump off for a minute. What are y'all expecting or looking for to for retreat? If some of y'all don't know, we got some consultants on here, but we have Bedroom Candy Team Innovate Retreat every Martin Luther King weekend. Auntie Frida puts this event together. We can do it virtually, we can do it in person. Because of the pandemic, we had to do it virtually. My first year, this is my going on fourth year doing it. But my first year I had to do it virtually because of the pandemic. But they're doing it in California. And so Auntie Frida has training and knowledge. We can let our hair down. We can be ourselves. We can cry. We can bitch, moan, do whatever we want to do. And she has our back. But the thing that I love about the retreat is that once she does something, she makes sure that we put it into place. Like she's not going to give us all this teaching and training and then do nothing with it. So we'll have breakout rooms where we'll go in, do the training and different things like that. So I'm excited because there's so many things that I've learned. She is our AI queen. I didn't know anything about AI until Auntie Frida did that at our retreat. And now I'm using AI for everything. To create posts, to create pictures, to create different things and stuff like that. So I'm excited about the retreat. What are you guys looking for? What are you ladies looking forward to for the retreat this coming up year?
Go ahead, Lasagna. You could go first.
Um, the first thing is the fellowship. I
Yeah.
just believe in fellowship. It's nothing like women getting together. When you get together, it's something called serotonin, I believe, that
Mhm.
it like makes you feel really good. That's the first thing. Second thing, Frida is a goddamn genius. She's super
Mhm.
smart in marketing and in AI. So just taking a business to another level. There's so many things that I still haven't done yet that I need to do. And just being around like-minded women and women who've been in the business so I can learn from, um, as well as just to have some fun too, to let my head down, like celebrate my win. That's a win for me to go to California and just this will be the second time I'm going to California because I went earlier this year with them. And just, like I said, learn, come back, and just hit the ground running.
Yeah, it's really good. Don't y'all get kicked out this time, okay, LaDanya?
Oh, yeah. Because
Y'all was
What's
cutting up.
that? Look, what y'all do?
Girl, they was cutting up. They
well,
took
we probably won't because we won't be at her house. So we
She
won't be
kicked
at her
y'all out
house.
of her house?
no,
So
I
no,
said don't. Yeah, I said don't get kicked out because she was sitting on
Oh.
the couch and they was
I was
twerking, they
gonna
was
say, what y'all done did to
TikToking. I said y'all
Frida?
about to get kicked out.
oh yeah, she you see on that TikTok, she ain't pay us no mind. She ain't pay
She
us
was
no
in the chair. If Unbothered was a person,
Right,
it was her in
that
that
was her.
video.
Yeah, and we was on a bunch of TikToks, but there is a video where she is getting down to the get down.
Oh,
Don't get it
really?
twisted. Oh,
I
I'm,
didn't
let me.
see
I'm gonna
that
put that
one.
up there. Oh yeah, it's a video. I have a video of her where like, because Frida is from like the area here, and she
Mhm.
know
She
like
from
the
Camden, I
go-go
think.
here from DC,
Yeah.
and yeah, she was getting it in. So I may have. I'm gonna make a TikTok, and then I'm gonna share it
And
around.
post
But
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because she
But we're gonna
showed
be in
us
a
and
conference
chilling.
soon. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so and
I'm
plus with the
excited.
Embassy Suites, you got
Yeah,
free
the
happy
Embassy
hour. You know
Suites.
that, right?
Mm.
Hmm.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, free happy hour is
I'm
what I
jealous.
love.
The
Tasha,
libations will be going.
Yeah,
right.
for real.
And then
I'm
what was she
jealous.
talking about on the call? Talking about dry January. Like Tina said, ain't nobody do no dry January.
So my dry January will be from January 1st to the 10th, and
Right.
then there's no dry. And then when I come back, yeah, because I usually fast. So I'm gonna break my fast once I go to the West Coast.
Okay. Like, I ain't doing no dry January going into the new year.
Mm-mm.
Tasha, what are you looking most forward to for retreat? Are you coming to retreat?
No, I'm doing virtual. I wish I could go to California. Like that would be a dream for me in
Yeah,
itself. I
I'm
wish
doing
I
it
could do
virtual
that.
too. I'm doing it virtual as well.
But just learning something new, and I like that it's in the beginning. Well, kind of in the because it's MLK weekend, but that's still the middle of the new year, like the first month, so that we can start our new year off fresh. So that's what I like about it. I'm just looking forward to learning something new
Mm-hmm.
and trying to implement it into my business. That's my
Yeah,
goal.
and that's what I'm excited about too. I love learning different things and stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, let me. I miss. Hold on, I missed. Donna
Oh,
said.
Shaitan. Oh, Shaitan, you going to Anisha's?
Oh, I miss. Let me go back.
I think Tamika's going to Anisha's too.
I'll be live with the ATR crew. I know I was trying to get to Anisha's, but she had posted about doing it in Atlanta, and then she had reposted and stuff, and I was like, I think a couple people was talking about it, but I hadn't heard anything back from her, so I didn't
They're
think she
just
was.
going to her house this year because I know they
Oh,
were supposed to go to the Airbnb, but I
yeah,
don't know what
yeah,
happened with it. So now they're
yeah.
just going to be at her house.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, because I would have loved to go to Atlanta and stuff just to be with some consultants and stuff, and
Mhm.
turn it up with them for the weekend and then come back home. So I wasn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
Well, reach out to her and see what's going on.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
see. I think
Atisha says she having technical issues.
Okay.
She
We
it
might
says
we
she
might need to do
pinged
this every month
yeah, we
Yeah, that's what
do.
she's
We
trying to
definitely
do.
for the
need
new
to.
year. Yeah. I like
Absolutely.
this.
Shaitan said yes. Absolutely.
Kiba, did you answer about your most challenging part of being an
Yo, she didn't
entrepreneur?
answer that.
Let me answer mine. My most challenging. So before I was in a relationship and my partner was supportive with my bedroom candy business and different things like that. And then all of a sudden it was like he tapped into I was doing too much with bedroom candy. I was jumping in on the live calls, I was jumping in on the Zooms, I was doing this, doing that. And I just felt like we talked about this before, so I'm not understanding where the change wound up. And it was like, okay, this is my business and this is what I'm doing. Even with me being single and dating, there's been a couple of guys that said, you're too busy to be in a relationship. You either on a Zoom call or you
Man,
doing
that's selfish.
t-shirts or you doing this and that. And I'm like, you're not taking care of me. So I got to take care of me. So unless you're doing something else, and then there was one Zoom call that I didn't tap into because my boyfriend at the time wanted to go out to dinner. The whole time we're out to dinner, he's on his cell phone. He's glued to it, texting everything. And so I text him and I said, we could have done this shit at home. I could have been on a Zoom call. Like, you really wasted my time. Like, you talked about me and my business, but then we go out to eat, you're glued to your phone. So what was the
Mm-hmm.
point for this? Because we're still not talking, we're still not communicating. So we
Mm-hmm.
could have texted each other from the front room. I could have been on a Zoom call and text him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's wasting my time. And a lot of guys, they want to tap in and interrupt what you got going on, but they're not trying to replace, or I don't know if that's the right word, or if I'm about making money and doing my business and stuff, then if you're not about doing this or doing that, then don't try to interrupt what I got going on, because I still have to take care of
Mhm.
me at the end of the day. You know, so
Yeah.
I've had challenges with relationships. I've had challenges with people saying, hey, I want to join and this and that, and I want to do this and that. And then I'll send them like the link or a different thing. They don't sign up, or they do sign
Mhm.
up. And then I felt like I was babysitting a lot of times. I'm like telling them when this is happening, when that's happening. And I remember one time Randa said, Kiva, they get the same emails that you get. You can't babysit people, you know? And I was like, yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to make sure that they tap in and stuff like that. So um, one of the things that I used to be had a problem with was Miss Chambers always say, don't get attached to the outcome. Like when people say no, or when they this and that, I kind of get in my feelings and everything. And your family is not sometimes your big support. You know,
Mm-mm.
strangers and people on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, them may be your biggest supporters, your biggest customers, and different things like that. So I've had
Mhm.
challenges with that because I know my family, they know how I am. It ain't no secret. So when I started this business, I was like, oh, my family's gonna order X, Y, and Z. They wind up ordering some stuff, and they have some of them have been support. I'm not gonna say not all of them, but then it's just like, okay, where everybody at? I know y'all doing this, doing that. Quit ordering off of this other site. Quit doing this other thing. I got you over here. But they don't
Mhm.
work like that. So you have to leave people where they are. And now I'm just doing something different and not worried about, um, you know, them not supporting. But it keeps me motivated, it keeps me going, because one thing about me is when I start something, I'm going to finish it. I'm not going to be like, you know what, this is not working. My sales have been down for 2 months. I don't have this, and that and stuff. I'm going to keep on going, and I want to figure out what I need to do different. I don't like quitting
Mhm.
different things. I don't like, I don't even like tapping into stuff, because Randall will tell you, like, when I got started, I wound up finding her on, hey, Crystal, thanks for joining.
Hey, Crystal.
Hello, how
Um,
are you?
Thanks for joining us. Randall tell you that it took her a whole bunch of inboxes for me to join, to sign up. Because I'm like, can I sell this? I'm not a salesy person, or, I don't
Mhm.
want this and that, everything else and stuff. And so she was like, you can do it. I got confidence in you. Happy Thursday.
Mhm.
She was saying she had confidence in me and all this other stuff. So I still didn't feel it within myself, and I started doing hair because I want to help people. I want to make people feel good and different things like that. I was like, what better way to make people feel good than with some toys? Like,
Yeah. Help them get an orgasm.
just get started. And
And
so I
it's
got
helping.
started.
Yeah.
Yes. So this
Tamika
Yeah.
says she keeps getting kicked out.
just keep getting kicked out.
Yeah.
So it has
Um,
been a good
I
experience.
will. I got a question though. For what was like the craziest party or something that happened at a party that you can talk about? Like, did
Ooh,
you have like a strange, like I think I know what Tasha
Mhm.
may say, but like even a strange question
Yeah. At
or
the
like
vendor event I
mhm,
did like 2 weeks ago,
I got
when
a
the girl
couple of
came up
them.
to me and said, I would like to buy a toy, but can you sell me one that does not have radiation in it?
Oh yeah.
And I know we're not supposed to laugh because we have to be professional,
yeah, I
but in
was
my head I was cracking up like, ma'am, somebody told you that? She's like, yeah, they. And luckily the host came in and was like, no, sis, don't, this is the real deal. Don't let nobody tell you that. But the thought of her thinking that she was putting radiation inside her vagina just messed my head up. I'm like, here's my number. Call me after this. Let's talk personally.
I
yeah,
remember you put that in the group chat about the
Yeah,
radiation.
that bothered me that
Heard about
somebody actually told her that and she believed it.
yeah. I
Like,
mean, I would have said, well, I'm not quite sure about that, but as much radiation is on the cell phones,
it. Right?
microwaves, and different things,
Yeah.
orgasm,
Yeah.
food, it kind of works
yeah.
hand in
Meanwhile, the
hand.
girl next to her is buying turbo, and she's like, I, I'm ready to go home and get like. She's looking all like, I'm like, oh god,
Oh my
Mm,
gosh. She said she buying
yeah,
turbo and everything.
Yeah, and the girl standing there like, "That's you gonna put that radiation in your body?"
Mm.
Oh, baby, I wanted to give her a hug.
Show
Did
us
you
some
have
love.
Yeah,
you have you reached out
yeah, I felt
back
like,
to her?
huh?
Oh
Have you reached out
goodness.
back to her anytime? Have you talked to
No,
her?
I told y'all I'm horrible. I know I did not.
That reach
Yeah,
I'm not
out.
even gonna lie.
you gotta.
Maybe I should. The holidays are over. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's something I don't like.
Yeah, send us
yeah,
something.
Texting.
I'm not a very
I'm not
good.
a texter. I'm not a texter. And
Mhm.
I feel like I'm an Android user. I feel like people with
Me too.
iPhones ignore me. I
I'm
feel like
Android
they
as
ignore
well.
me.
I use Android as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they ignore me. So I'll call um and how you doing? It's Lady D, just checking in and see how things are going, yada yada yada. But I don't hate that. But let me tell you about something that I don't like or what happened.
Okay.
Got this party in Baltimore, right? This young lady was just, was a bachelor party for a gentleman, right? So it was a bachelor party. Um, and so the females were throwing this party for him and everything. It's in Baltimore, get, get there.
Oh shoot.
The party's supposed to start at like 8 or 9 o'clock. Wasn't starting on time. They weren't even done when I got there. They were still like cleaning up and moving things around. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
too much is going on. Long story short, um, they thought I was the entertainment. So they had originally scheduled an exotic dancer. So the exotic dancer canceled, right? So they felt like I was going to come there and educate them, talk about how to please your partner, how to please yourself, show them toys, show them bath and body stuff, and they not buy anything, right?
Anything.
Listen, so in the midst of that, two gentlemen come in. Gentleman comes in, looks, knows what he wants, points the thing out. He says, I want to purchase that. So I'm trying to be, cordial. I'm like, I'm about to do a demo. I can't
Uh-huh.
sell you anything right now because I'm here for the party. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna stay for the party. Do you
Right.
know he was the only one that bought stuff?
Really?
Yes. And so that's one thing I say. I am not the entertainment. So when people call
Right.
me, I make it very clear. I'm not coming to just be the entertainment and y'all have fun and you look. I make money educating you. Now
Right.
it's okay if not everyone purchases anything. However, it's time, gas, effort, and I
Yeah.
bring the fun. I
Yeah.
bring the fun and the education. You have to invest in me. So I'm not the
Absolutely.
entertainment. So that's something I don't like because they feel like we're the entertainment. So they're gonna have fun but
Mhm.
don't purchase anything. I don't like that. So that's a pet peeve. That's something that I don't like. And I didn't experience that in the beginning, but lately, um, I've been getting that. So I make that very clear doing hosting coaching to
Let them
make
know.
sure that the host knows that it's important that people are purchasing something. I always say, like, get them to at least purchase something like $25. So at
Mm.
least if they say it's 10 people, it's probably 8 people, and at
Yeah.
least it's a $200 party or something like that. And so that's worth something. But that's my pet
Mhm.
peeve. Like, I am not the entertainment.
And
I
the
can
old
stay home and I can
right.
entertain my husband at home. Like, come
Right.
on now.
I've had a couple of different things. Like one of the ones I was talk about this one is that when I got there, I was wanting the ladies to try the enthrall me. And so I did the Q-tip and I was like, who wants to volunteer and take the enthrall me, go in the bathroom, put something, put it on you, come back out. One lady, I don't know what the hell she took before she came. She had clothes on and everything. She came out the bathroom half naked, talking about she was feeling good. I'm like, what the? And I'm like, trying to be professional at this party, but I'm like, what is she doing? She felt good. She was like, I want this, I want that, I want a big old dildo. I was like, whoa, calm her down. The host was so busy laughing, she didn't even know what to do. I'm sitting up here like I need to continue with this party. I was not expecting that. I mean, literally, I was so thrown off. And then I think a couple people had took a picture of me and stuff, and they had sent it to me, and I was sitting up here like like whoa.
So how many enthrall me's did you sell that night?
Oh my
With
god!
her
I
experience.
I had like one enthrall me to like advertise, but then I said you have to go through the website because I didn't have a whole bunch of inventory with me, and I
Okay.
sold a whole bunch of enthrall me that night because they was like, I want to feel what she feeling. Like, and I was like, this girl on a whole nother level, or she about to scare me. Like, I love enthrall me, but she done came out the bathroom like, wham, we ain't about to do nothing tonight. Like, put your clothes on. And then there
She
was
was
another.
trying to demonstrate. She wanted to show.
What'd you say, LaDanya?
I said she was trying to use one of them demos.
Right. She's trying to use one of them demos and stuff. I was like, oh Lord. There was another party that I wound up doing. And so when people do raffle tickets and a raffle drawing and say, depending on how much it is, I always have another bag for just the raffle drawing. So I had vitamin D. I showed vitamin D at the party and people's getting super excited about it. But then I wound up, it was one of the drawings, for the raffle and stuff. And so I was like, okay, we have this, and we have this, X, Y, and Z. So somebody got this gift, somebody got the other one. And then I said, we have vitamin D. The lady reaches over to her friend that's sitting on the side. She was like, my husband will leave me if I bought that big old black car. I didn't know what to do and say. She was so serious. I'm sitting up there trying to be all cool and professional, and I was rolling. She's like, my husband.
Sometimes you gotta laugh though.
You really do. I said, well, let me get you something else because she said my husband will leave me if I bring that home. Like this is really competition. Like, yeah, I said, okay, let me get you something else. So I wound up getting her the what did I wind up getting her? The candy kisses or something small.
Yeah, so you can save her marriage.
Yeah, so I can save her marriage.
Mhm.
I was like, oh my God, there's been so many situations to where it's like so funny. But you have to, be professional and still keep that, energy going and stuff. We have fun and turn up and all that other stuff. And yeah, so it's been really challenging and fun at the same time.
Yeah, I did counseling sessions in mine. I've had about 5 to 10 women cry in the order room. And I
Really?
could, yeah, like women dealing with like kidney disease where
Oh
they
yeah,
experience like dryness, women who were cancer survivors don't feel beautiful, like
yeah.
different things. And you don't understand that when you do the demo and you talk to them and you tell them different things, that
Mhm.
they really listen. They may be quiet, especially the quiet ones.
Yeah,
And then they get in their order room, they tell you
it's a whole nother
everything about
situation.
their
Yeah.
business. Yeah,
Mhm.
and so it's inspiring actually when you don't realize people really hear you, and
Mhm.
then they trust you enough to just be vulnerable in the room and tell you about certain things about them, how um,
Mhm.
they felt like they didn't feel overbearing, or they just felt comfortable with
Right.
talking to you about these different things. So that definitely is something that I do. It's fulfilling when
Yeah.
women are like vulnerable in a order room. So that's something that always motivates me to make sure that when it's an entertainment party, when they think I'm just an entertainment, there's other
Mhm.
parties where women feel so empowered and fulfilled at the party. So
And I like that too.
mhm.
Because
some
what
of them, some
our
of them
motto.
think they're your friends too. Like they
Yeah.
really think you're friends, and they'll
Mhm.
be texting you like you their friend.
Right. And I like that because you get comfortable with them and then they get comfortable with you because some
Mhm.
people they don't know how to reach out to certain people and different things like that. And so when I'm doing different parties and stuff and I say this is a comfortable space, ask any questions and different things like that. Some people don't want to ask questions because the people that's in a room, but then once we get in the order room, they ask questions and stuff. It's good that I can answer them and then they wait, I can get them the right things that they want.
Mhm.
For just solo play, couple play, whatever. you know. And I said the thing about bedroom candy that I learned educate, empower, and earn. Because we
Yep.
have to educate people. And I get a lot of people that say, I'm single. I don't need this. I'm single. I don't need that. I'm not in a relationship. I'm like, yeah, you need it. Yeah, you
Mhm.
really need it.
Yeah.
Lube is really important, and a lot of people feel like they don't need lube. And so,
Kegels are important. Even if you're practicing abstinence, you still need to do
yeah,
your Kegels to be prepared of when you do get your partner. So even if
yeah.
you don't want to use the sex toys, doing Kegel exercise,
Hmm.
um, um, utilizing the Bath and Body stuff to feel sexy,
Hmm.
anyway. So
For yourself.
And the
mhm,
CBD products also for
Yeah.
relaxation. Like
yeah.
everybody, not everybody, but some people like to take a nice bath. Like when they
Hmm.
say, "Oh, I don't need this. I'm single." Like that, you get that, and then you tell them about the other stuff we have, and they're like, "Oh, really?"
Yeah, the stuff for
Hmm.
eczema, like the Given Tree
Hmm.
line for eczema,
Yeah.
So rejuvenate me. Like, yeah, we got so many wellness products and different things like that. So yeah.
Hmm. And I
I'm
talked
sitting
about
here right now
about my
smelling
what
the
you got
Given
time.
Tree Grateful right now. Like I
Oh,
put this on
grateful
right
is
before we
everything.
started, and I'm
I
saying, I'm
love
like,
grateful.
and this stuff right here, y'all. Man, this like my second jar. I'm loving this fragrance.
So
It
you
smells
need to
so
get
A
good.
little
you
bit
need to
and
get
go a long
the
way.
yeah, but you need to get the gift set because the flawless body wash and the scrub
Mhm.
is freaking amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this I'm like, man, I'm like, oh, I smell good.
Oh
You
yeah,
like
it's
Give
amazing.
me a little boo. I smell good.
Mhm.
Mm,
I love that. And now I put it on
yeah,
stuff like especially because this time of year, a lot of people's skin and everything is dry,
yeah.
with like the
Mhm.
season and stuff. And I always like show them, put a little bit on there, rub it in. Like a little bit goes a long way. You don't have to use a lot. And especially with me doing hair every day, my hands get dry
Mhm.
because I'm in water and different things and stuff like that. So I have to use it to keep me moisturized. Otherwise I have like cracks on my fingers and knuckles and stuff
Mhm.
like that. And the fact that it smells good, it smells amazing.
It does.
On top
That
of that,
velvet. Oh, oh.
mhm,
Oh, I
When
love that too.
let me tell you something. No, they have grateful in velvet now.
Yeah, I
then
think I
the
got that
gift
one in
set,
one of my bags
mhm,
over
It's
there.
you can buy it. You can buy grateful by itself if you don't get the gift
uh-huh,
set. You can get the grateful by itself. But I had customers like, "Do you have a scrub?" I was inboxing cash it like, "When we getting grateful and velvet?" Like for 6 months. Like I was asking the question, like, "When are we
But
getting?"
meanwhile, she probably had a whole stash in her house.
she
You know,
probably
she loved
did.
velvet.
Listen, she was like, at first she was like, "We don't have it in velvet." I was like, "No, we don't. We only have two." And so she was like, "Something's coming, something's coming." And when it dropped, I was like, "Oh, perfect." So
Mhm. Yes, because they love it. Like people are asking for different things and stuff like that, and I love the fact that we have so many options for people. Like you said, Ladanya earlier, like just with the toys and different things like that. Like we have so many more things in the bedroom candy business that's just not about toys. I mean,
mhm,
toys are amazing and they're great, but we have other things
mhm,
that come with that.
mhm.
To help the household, becoming a household name for everybody, even kids
Yeah,
with eczema and different things like that and stuff. And it's like, if you don't want the label on there, take the label
take
off.
the
Because
label
somebody
off.
said, well, with BK and all the other stuff, yeah, take the label off. You know what it is. And you can use
Hmm.
it on your child to help with the eczema and stuff, the dry skin,
Yeah.
because I have dry skin as well.
And them funky little boys with sugar daddy. Do you know
Right.
my
Hey,
my
Vicky.
my hey
Thanks for
Vicky?
joining.
My 18-year-old, him and his friends, they've been using Sugar Daddy and Earls for like almost 2 years. They have been
Um,
using it and they love it. It keeps their testicles nice and like clean and smell well. And then one of his friends, he orders the arrows. He can't go to my website. Well, actually, he can go now. He just turned 18. He just
right.
turned 18 this weekend, but he would buy it from me. He'd be like,
Okay.
I need my arrows, and that's what he loved the smell of it. It was good shea butter for him. Like in high school, these high school seniors and juniors, they were wearing it. So yeah, we have stuff that people can utilize in everyday, life. It's not just the adult sex toys. I mean,
Right.
that's a
Yeah,
plus.
I gave that line to my daughter's boyfriend for Christmas. Pragmatism, all of that stuff. He loved
Oh
it.
yeah, beard
That beer
oil.
oil.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah,
my kids was like, "You really gonna give re-gift? I'm not. I pay for this."
yeah.
Yeah, that's not a free
Go get
gift.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and plus
Yeah, he loved it.
that beer oil is amazing, and they
I
be
love
beer.
that beard oil. I
Voila.
even use it. I use it on my hair, but I love it because it like with my edges. But the fact of it is, it grows my hair like super quick. Like it
That's what
grows.
I
Really?
was. Yeah, and I thought that too because I was like, if
Yeah.
it's growing a beard, because my husband beard didn't used to connect, and
Uh
he
huh.
started using it, and his beard started growing. He has a full beard now from using pragmatism. So yeah.
I'm gonna actually start taking pictures of my customers that use the beard oil because just like you said, Ladanya, where it wouldn't connect, and it was like it was hair here, then it was like really nappy hair, and then it would like thick up in here. So they start using the beard oil and it connect and they brush it and do all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And then I wound up giving them the men's grooming kit so they can brush it or comb it or whatever. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna have them start taking pictures like before and after to
Mm-hmm.
show how it works for you. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. And
Yep.
then, like you said,
So
the fact that your college kids can take that with them and use it. It's like so we have so many things that everybody can use, and it's diverse. Like the beard oil, it's for the men, but we can still use it on our edges.
yep. Yep.
I gotta order me some more of that.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
grateful.
Yeah.
I like
Mhm.
that. Well, ladies, I thought that Tamika and Atisha was going to join us, but I think they was trying to get connected for some reason, and it didn't happen.
Well, this was great.
And we're coming
Yeah,
back the next month, right? So we're gonna be on here
yes,
monthly,
I
right?
hope so.
yes.
I
We'll be doing
enjoyed
next month,
this.
y'all. So make sure y'all come and join us.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Took me right out of
excited.
my comfort zone. I loved
Oh,
it. This was
good.
nice.
You girl, you didn't even seem you seem like you were so cool, laid back the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm,
didn't seem
Mm-hmm.
nervous or nothing.
I appreciate Kiba, I appreciate that girl.
You did. You were so cool and relaxed. That way, when you come back next month, you'll already be cool. You'll be good. Like I've done this
Mm-hmm.
before.
Mm-hmm.
All
Was that
right,
all your
ladies.
questions? That
So,
was all the questions you gave us, though, right?
yeah, I had because the other question I was seeing was, do you include your family? Oh, how do
Okay.
you include your family with your BK business? But y'all had
Okay.
answered it about talking about the Zoom and different things like that, and then about the when did you want to like throw in the towel, and then what motivates you to still stay with BK, in your business and different things like that. And I think Ladon, you talked
Mm-hmm.
about your kids
Mm-hmm.
and different things and stuff like that,
And money.
and money,
Yeah,
right? Mm, yeah.
The extra
money.
money, the
Hmm.
extra money, um, knowing that we can change people's lives, we can solve problems, and the education. I'm definitely doing it so I can educate and empower more women and just adult, young adults. Like my passion is young adult children, because a lot of parents don't talk to them about sex,
Yeah.
and
Mm-mm.
understand that sex is not a bad thing. It's the things that you do or not knowing what to do can result in bad things.
Hmm.
So, joining Bedroom Candy, I have the means of becoming like a sex expert. So that's something I got to finish. I got to finish my courses with Dr. Rachel Institute so I can have that title with me so I can go into schools or, you know, do different workshops with young adults or whomever, just to get some education because everybody's going to Google and different things and
Yeah.
they're getting this false information.
Yeah. So, okay, Tasha, before you answer, let me go back to you, Ladanya. What do you guys think about? What do you ladies? I keep saying guys, but that's just a thing I say. What do you ladies think about? One of my customers was telling me last week that they are teaching um, S3X education in schools. The teachers are teaching this. I was like, I wouldn't want nobody teaching my kid nothing about that. Like, I want to teach my child.
Yeah,
You
X
have
three.
to keep
What's
that.
that?
Yeah, sex ed in school. Like, what do you like?
Oh,
What do y'all think about the
I think
fact
they
that
should.
teacher, huh?
I think they should.
in school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should. Like, because and it doesn't have to be intercourse. It can be understanding the anatomy, understanding the how it works,
Mm-hmm.
um the basis of it. You don't have to go into detail about, how to have sex and those things, but understanding the different areas and the anatomy of the body of the female and
I
male.
think that would be
And
good.
ask those and answer those questions, because guess what? If you don't teach them, they're in school 8 hours, right? We teach them about history, we teach them about math and all those different things. The parents are not teaching them that, and then the parents don't want to talk to the kids about sex. So by the time they learn about sex, they didn't already had sex. So
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
a person who believes that you should, you know, talk to kids about sex education. Now, going into depth, I think you should get a parental consent
Yeah.
about that, but having that one-on-one with the parent and finding out, you can take a poll with young children and find out what are some things you want to know about sex, and then letting the parent know that these kids are inquisitive. They're very inquisitive now. At 10 and 11 years old, kids are inquisitive now, and so they're going to YouTube, they're going to Pornhub and different things because they're not being taught. So I'm an advocate about sex education should be back in school.
Okay. What do you
I
think?
agree with that. When my daughter was in 8th grade, we had to sign permission slips in order for her to even take the class. So I definitely agree with it because I was a teenage mom,
Mhm.
and I can't say that they taught us the everything we needed to know. And I didn't learn it at home. So when she learned at school, and then the other day when I had to try to talk, when I was talking to her about it, she's like, Mom, I learned that already. Like, no, you may have learned some of it, but you didn't learn everything.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But at least she knows some. So yeah, I
Mhm.
believe they should still teach it,
Yeah.
especially about
Mhm.
the STDs and STIs and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very important. I would,
Yeah.
and me working in the medical field for years, I seen 11 and 12-year-olds come in with STDs,
Mm.
and they come in there with these boys, and the boys already done got themselves treated for the STD, but they can't tell the girl that. So the girl
Right.
comes in, she has it. So yeah, like they need to know these things. They need to
Mhm.
understand, that having oral sex, you can get a sexually transmitted disease.
Mhm.
Like they don't understand some of those things. So I definitely think it's important. I don't think you have to go so far in depth, but
Yeah.
educating them in the schools is, I think it is a part of life, like life skills. You need to learn how to cook and
Yes.
different things. All those things should be in school. They're in school all the time, so why not?
Mhm.
And also letting them know that oral sex is sex.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they think it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
said that to
why
my
not?
daughter and her little friend the other day. She was so embarrassed.
It
I'm
is.
like that.
It's
Yeah.
sex.
And so I never had
Mm-hmm.
sex, but I did this, and that. That's sex. Like
It's
literally.
Mm-hmm.
sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I look at it in the fact to where, say you are a sixth grader and you are not introduced to none of that stuff. Like your mama and daddy don't do, you know what I'm saying, like different things, or you're an eighth grader or whatever the case may be. And then you have this teacher that is teaching you about, sex education or different things like that and stuff. And it's like, as a parent, I want to teach my child this way or that way or whatever the case may be. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what this person knows, or not as much as what they know or what they're telling my child, and then I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling them something else to confuse them. So I guess that's where I
Mm-hmm.
was looking at things from, because with schools, nowadays and different things and stuff like that. So,
They should
but
have a curriculum. I mean, at some point, that you should,
Yeah.
as parents, they should know what's involved in the curriculum for
yeah,
sex education. And you still could have those conversations with your child and find out, what are they teaching you in there? What are
yeah,
they telling you?
let's talk
You know,
about it.
no,
Um,
and I mean, I understand that. I think because, again, I was in the medical field, I think
mhm,
sometimes people believe that if you tell someone something, it's going to make them do it. No, it's
yeah,
educated. They may not want to go out here and have sex because they understand that it is painful. It doesn't feel good to have sex for the first time. And
mhm,
guess what? If you have sex for the first time and not have protected sex, you can get diseases that may not be curable. You can
yeah,
have a baby. There's so many different things. So, I mean, that's just my point. from it. And then actually, it kind of the reasons why I want to do this is because I talk to young adults because I have two older children all the time about sex education because they
Mhm.
didn't the parents weren't talking to them and they was thinking that if you kiss you having sex you can get pregnant.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's not,
Yeah.
so you don't want them to be oblivious to certain things. You want them to be educated. That doesn't mean they're going to do it.
Just to learn different things and stuff like that. Yeah.
But
It's like,
I understand what you're saying. Like, it's, you feel like they're too young to hear this, but they're so subjected to everything. There's
they
some things
are.
I don't think they
Mhm.
should be subjected to. They
Yes.
are.
They
So
really are.
if you see or if kids see all these things at a young age, their mind is inquisitive, so they need to
Mhm.
understand how does that relate, like the body, understand the body, like okay,
Mhm.
you have breasts, men don't have breasts, they have a
Mhm.
chest. And this is why you can't expose yourself,
Right.
so all those things.
Yeah. And I think back in the day, like before when I was growing up, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have like social
Mm-mm.
media and all that other stuff. Now they can just get on there, click on something, they can see everything, low key, hide stuff, so it's totally different from us growing up and our
Mm-hmm.
parents talking to us about it, opposed to they watching the stuff on social media and like you said, Pornhub and different things like that and stuff. And so
Mm-hmm.
they're like interested in it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this or I want to try that and all the other stuff. So it's really it's I don't know. It's crazy. Great
Yeah.
points, like very important for our youth. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Yeah. So not like nowadays, like you said, LaDanya, we need to talk to them about different things and what's good and what's not good and what's safe, what's not safe, and just out here. And then dudes like they on some crazy shit right now. Like, girl, you
Yeah.
gotta be safe. Don't go to his house by yourself. I am 52 years old. I still would text my mama and be like, Mama, I'm going to X, Y, and Z. Da, da, da. Here's the address. Da, 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 da.
Tagging your
Yeah,
location. I
like
do that.
no, yeah, because people are crazy. So we want to make sure that they're safe, they're taken care of, and everything. So I totally agree with y'all. Okay, so I don't think Tamika and them. I was thinking they was gonna join us.
Okay,
Well,
well, this is
Mm.
fun.
this has been really, really good. Thank y'all for coming on.
Thank you for the
Hope
invitation.
you will come back next month on
Mm-hmm.
our
Yes.
show.
We should come. We should do it again before symposium.
Yeah, before symposium, so we can talk about symposium so they can join.
Oh wait, Ladon, you're gonna be in LA, right?
Mm-hmm. I leave the 11th.
The
Oh,
11th.
okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we
Okay,
can maybe
well,
do it maybe after or something like that. Everybody get home, get
that's
settled
good.
after
Mm-hmm.
the retreat. Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. So y'all, what does Kenny do whenever she talks about the
So
BK.
BC.
BC?
I love that. I love that. I feel like we're a little
I'm
sorority.
like,
That's how
y'all know we
that's how
always
she
gotta
is.
say
I love
that.
that.
That's how
Yes.
she
When she say that, I love it. I'm like,
Look, I
yes.
love yelling at through convention
Right.
Mm-hmm.
when it's like 200 of us in there.
Mm-hmm.
All
Well,
right, y'all.
I
Everybody for
appreciate your followers
Doing it.
being here. Like even
I
Shatan for
appreciate
holding
y'all
it
for coming
down for
on.
us. Yes, hey
I really
Shatan.
enjoyed this.
Oh,
Ready
you're
for
very welcome. I love
yes,
that
join us
one.
next month because we're gonna do it again next month. And if you want to join us, you are more than welcome to come up on the panel, chat, give us your thing and stuff, your thoughts. So all right,
Shout out
guys,
to my
before
other
we
APs
end,
for joining us.
yes, to our other
Mhm.
AP
I'm not sure if
having
Diamond and Noni are in there, but thank you,
technical
ladies.
difficulties, but we appreciate y'all.
I do.
Yeah. So before I end, like, comment, share, subscribe. Drop. Look, I'm forgetting my own intro. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I come on to run my mouth about whatever I want to talk about. And drop in the comments and let me know what you're sipping on. And go and
All
support
right.
my YouTube family, y'all, because it's all about the support, support, support. But now you got her
Yes.
covered. Yes.
I want to
Thank
try with Ladanya guy. I want to mix that
I
up.
know.
Yeah.
I look. I'm like, let me get that recipe because I
Mhm.
sure want to try that. That when we come on
Let
our
me get
next
that.
live.
Yeah, right. Let me get that
I'll
recipe
just
for
have
New
it.
Drop
Yep,
Year's.
we must
I'm gonna
have
drop
it.
it in our chat. I
Drop
show
it in
it.
our
Thank you.
chat. Thank you, ladies, so much.
All
All
right,
And I'm
right,
ladies,
praying
enjoy the
for y'all
rest of
for
your
the new
evening.
year, okay?
all
Happy
right.
Happy New Year.
in the chat. Thanks y'all for joining
Enjoy
us.
the rest of your evening.
Good night,
Yes.
everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Bye-bye.